So yeah, the first time I actually came here, I was like, nope, this does not seem like a good place. The radiation is near max, but I think...
Auto cleaners. I always thought of them as useless equipment, but seeing the size of this ball of debris they managed to roll, it makes me start to respect them. The trash ball mostly consists of electrical tape.
I think we're okay. I'm not gonna sit down and grab anything. I don't know, maybe I need the scooter by this point.
Suggests that engineers doubted the durability of the liner. Judging by the steady melting of the rolls, there was a fire in the engineering modules, but it definitely was not the cause of the disaster.
I think I need the scooter by this point. Maybe? I'm just gonna scoot ahead for a second
Some
and
more
just
evidence
peek
of the fire in the modules.
and die.
Apparently, the fire had spread even to the habitation modules.
This is just so much more considerably spread out than any of the other locations. Yeah, so we're just gonna reload. Oh, right. I forgot. Reloading takes a lot of time. I probably should have reloaded before.
You lie again. You are here. That means death was impossible. Tell truth.
Man, I forgot how bad the loading... Like, I know we experienced it not too long ago, but it's so easy to forget how bad the loading is here. Back we go. I'm just gonna hang out in the back and wait. So, who else is eating pizza? Alright. Well, grand scheme of things, looks like, let's get a little bit more oxygen. Looks like we might want to go back instead of going forward. We've got the extra piss water sitting around. So let's quick scoot back, grab what we can. And there's a bunch of coffins that I remember seeing all around here, so I want to grab them. Yeah, what did people eat? Pizza, pizza, also pizza. Had pizza for lunch. I know Dane was here with pizza. Wish I had pizza. Jalapeno sausage and rice. Huh. I've never been much of a spice guy. I mean, judging by how much people love spicy foods and whatnot, I really feel like I should acclimatize myself to it, but I just... Anytime I eat anything considerably spicier than normal, it just absolutely deadens my taste buds, and it's just the worst thing. Because I like to taste, and I like to be able to eat. My dad always likes to tell this story about his younger brother, who thought himself a big, tough guy that could handle any spice. So my dad took his brother to their, my dad and my mother's favorite Thai restaurant in Minneapolis or Rochester, Minnesota. I don't really know where necessarily. But they took him there, and the menu had quite a range of spice and spicy food. And so my dumbass uncle is like, give me the spiciest thing you have. And the guy's like, are you sure? You know, that really is only for regulars that have clearly worked their way up to it. You know, this really isn't the kind of thing that you just do because you think you're good enough. And my uncle is just like, no, I'll be fine. Poor guy is just like, all right, if you say so. My uncle tried, I think, even just a little bit of it and just freaked out because it was so much spicier than anything he'd ever experienced before. And I think There was something about him being mad at my parents for not stopping him or something stupid like that. But also, my poor parents being kind of awkward people. I don't think they ever went back to that Thai place. And I don't think that Thai place is still there anymore either. Which, I mean, makes sense. It's probably been 40 years, but... I always feel bad when there's stories like that, because I always feel like it's almost kind of... I mean, obviously, it's slightly on the restaurant for causing that, and it's just like, not really. You know, I should have actually just brought the requisite resources to make the, let's see. I should have brought the requisite resources to make the accelerator out here, because that would have saved me a lot of time and effort. Are you sure has been hardwired to translate to, you will instantly regret this choice, for me at least. Well, that's classic DM speak. I think anybody that has played considerable amounts of Dungeons & Dragons has a healthy fear of the phrase, are you sure? Probably actually could have just made it to the shuttle, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
It looks like an underage child's cabin. I hope we won't find any dead children here, otherwise we will never escape the attacks of human rights activists.
Oh. Well, never saw this originally. Examine ball. An ordinary rubber one. The funeral agency gives such balls to kids present at a cosmic funeral. I don't know why, but I've always wanted one.
It seems that the drawings are made by an adult, or a foot. It's not possible to identify this precisely.
Oh, there's a container here, for reasons. Oh. Star Wars, of course. Hello. Box of salt. Okay. Not necessarily what I was expecting to find here. Corpse on horseback.
The data analysis shows that this subject is 45 years old. This is an ordinary dead man with signs of drug intoxication. His body is reduced in half and he was killed in a sadistic way. It's alright, we've avoided a scandal.
Alright, that was probably worth the oxygen candles. I mean, we're practically swimming in this stuff anyway. Well, more salty package time. Yup. And then the players say yes, because that's what their character would do, even if the metagame says it will kill them. I've had a couple of players like that over the years, where I'm just like, are you sure? Are you absolutely sure? This is a terrible idea. Why would you do this? And then the players just go for it anyway, and I'm like, alright.
The shuttle's plating is blue. These are the rescuers. Given that the evacuation shuttles have increased strength, the impact force must have been incredible.
Well, I should probably go check that out then. Hopefully, I have enough resources on hand to make the accelerator. I don't think I have the aluminum. But I do have the shawarma. Let's see. Equipment accelerator. So we have the yellowish water. Oh, it's just super refined metal. Oh, that's... I thought it was aluminum for a second and got a little worried. Let's see. And, of course, I brought all the refined metal with me. But we do have a small supply of useful resources all the same. Let's actually just rest in my bed of paint. So what's a shawarma? It's a... Is it Mediterranean or Middle Eastern? But it's a... It's like a wrap, honestly. But I think usually with spiced meats... Oh, shoot. I remember, summer of 2019, Shell and I were actually starting to range out in further parts of Portland just to try the various restaurants. And There were a couple of places that had, like, really good shawarma. Unfortunately, they're on the complete and opposite other side of the city, so actually getting to them to eat at nowadays would be wildly inconvenient. Might still be worth the trip at some point. Probably once I'm properly vaccinated and don't have to worry about anything. Okay, I do have at least one more scrapper. I think there's a higher tier version of the scrapper at some point that I can get. Okay, is that all of it? Yeah. So, do we have... Yeah. I'm just gonna grab as much metal as we can, no matter what, we need it. First time I'd been out in a while with Pops, and oh boy, that was some delicious meat for a shawarma platter. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Let's bust this up. Just grab what we can, but let's go back and make the better accelerator, because that will be super helpful. Super helpful. Okay, so we need 2 composite. Nope, just regular common resources. 2 refined metal, and let's make some more scrappers. And then we go looking for coffins, because I know there's a number around here. Large accelerator. There we go. Bam. That's a nose plug. If the gas is properly distributed through a tricky system of pressure blocks, it'll sound like a cool and complex high-tech device, and eating 2 stale shawarmas will give even more acceleration to the body. Fair enough. Okay. I wonder if we can actually turn... Well, I don't know what we make with salt. Okay. That's enough. Let's go looking for coffins first and then go from there. I haven't watched Wander in a long time, since the scrap mechanic days. Boy, that was a long time ago. Welcome back all the same. Okay, so we're looking for coffins. I swear there are a number all over the place, but... guess not. Holy shit, I do feel zippy, though. Seriously, weren't there just like a couple of them around here? I'd swear there were. Well.
The rescuer spacesuits are like funerary ones, but I always wanted to learn how their flashlights work as they don't require recharging. I propose we loot the corpse for scientific purposes.
Oh, we got a flashlight at least. It's probably up in this main compartment that there was at least one. Here's one.
Come on, just a little more. Do it before you realize that these mechanics just artificially prolong the gameplay.
A standard coffin at the Global Funeral Agency. The opening of the coffin will be considered an offense and an act of vandalism, but no one will judge you if you die.
What is that? Oh, that's just a metal ball. I love the self-awareness that it's like, yeah, this is a complete waste of time, but we're just doing it to you because we can. Alright. It'd be something in there. I swear there were some more coffins in this immediate area. Oh! Let's see. Well, worst comes to worst, we just get the supplies and then bail. And then probably never come back. Because I don't think there's really much of anything that's actually worth here. Let's see. I like the fact that the developers don't take themselves in the game too seriously. It's refreshing, actually. It is super nice. It's a bit of a fine line, because there are definitely... Oh, there's one. There's definitely a lot of games that can be overly... kind of sardonic and, you know, trying too hard to be funny. Wow, what luck we have scripted for you. You only needed 3 attempts. Are you sure that you're playing the licensed version of the game without any cheats? Yes, my game is licensed. Contributor to the industry. Congratulations. You didn't pirate it.
But its analysis will take about 3 days. Nope. 3 seconds are enough. Apparently, the captain's bridge damaged the tank with mayonnaise on the port side of the liner. The mayo got pulled into the core's gravitational field, which increased its mass and decreased its activity. Bombarding the core with other similar debris may lead to a further decrease in its activity, probably. What's left to do is to find something with similar properties in mayo and not kill yourself with such experiments.
Okay, so that's, I think, all we needed. Maybe?
Seems like the liner is gradually falling apart. We need to hurry. In this regard, I will calibrate the radiation sensors a bit. You'll be able to get much closer to the liner, and we'll assume that you are not exposed to radiation at all.
Okay. I don't know how much we need of most of these things. Grab one of those, and then we just load up
Speaking
on
of Normandy,
lead and
your
wires.
interlocutor has already mentioned this shuttle with survivors. It would be nice to find it before you actually destroy everyone. I will mark several interesting places that I found through the coffin notification system.
Okay. So now we've got a bunch of interesting places to potentially loot. I'm just going to swing back, deliver all of my resources.
There's a chance that I'll be able to detect new, potentially useful debris, while my anti-vandal program scares you with criminal liability.
Okay. Definitely got to keep an eye out for coffins, but that's kind of... Go figure. Is that a coffin up there? No, that's way too big to be a coffin. That's a coffin. Couple of coffins, in
Thanks
fact.
to your torture, I violated not only the Breathedge data protection protocol, but also entirely by accident. I repeat, entirely by accident. Cracked the data block, which I had insufficient privileges to access. From the information gathered, I can conclude that the agency coffins not only transmit information about obstacles, but also exchange strange encrypted data packets. Unfortunately, even when threatened with a drill, I wouldn't have enough power to decrypt it. You would need some military equipment here.
Oh. Inventory is full. Okay, what did we get rid of? That. Encrypted tape. And encrypted tape. Yeah, so I'll just burn an oxygen candle every time we find a coffin. That should do the trick. I really do appreciate this new accelerator. I'm glad I came back for it. Let's see. On the note of devs not taking themselves seriously, if you read the dev blog on the Steam store page, it's very funny. Oh. I probably should take a peek at that. I don't read a whole lot of dev blogs, just because time. But I gotta imagine it actually being pretty good for this game. I guess this actually still has a decent amount of oxygen left in it. Let's quick look around for any coffins. Then we... Actually, no. Let's just charge this back up. I'm sure we'll have plenty of oxygen. This game isn't that scarce with its resources. Okay, do we see any other coffins in the immediate vicinity? There's one. Empty. Okay, got any others? It's not around here. Maybe somewhere else. But I'm mostly interested in just getting back, delivering this mother load of random junk that I'm carrying around, and then continuing onwards. At least before I get too tired. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's lockdown, if it's timing. Actually, you know what I could do that would probably help? I should probably stand up. I think it's just a mixture of lockdown and other things for a while, but I've just been finding myself a little bit more... I think definitely, like, testier lately. Ring Fit time. Could be. I should probably do some more Ring Fit. I just don't know if I want to do it today. I should. It's so hard to motivate myself on Ring Fit. Yeah, similarly silly would be Journey to the Savage Planet. Yup. I would say this has better humor, if only because you're exposed to it longer. Journey to the Savage Planet is funny in very, very small bursts. Just because there's honestly very little humor consistently presented. but it had some really funny moments that were absolutely worth checking out. Well, alright, we'll do some ring fit. Give me a little bit longer. I want to find the scooter before we do. And then we'll finish the night off with some ring fit. Was the humor more from the ads? It was the ads. It was definitely the ads, and it was like every time you went back. Oh gosh. Well, you know what? I'm not using these anyway. Let's just finish it off. I can't redeem the ring fit thing because it already got redeemed. Part of my hesitation is so I bought longer underwear. I definitely mentioned this a little while ago, but I bought some like mid-thigh boxer briefs. And they're fairly tight, and unfortunately I've got some pretty thick thighs, so I guess not exactly embarrassingly. Oh shit, I might not make this. No, I'll make it. But I've already torn out one of the pairs while flexing my thigh, just moving around, which is kind of inconvenient, because I'd prefer not to destroy all of my underwear before lockdown ends. Let's see. Did Ouija ever update the Thunder Thigh command? I don't think I've actually given the accurate measurement of my thighs so far, so no. I'm just gonna dump all this stuff over. We'll put food somewhere. I really should probably actually just gladly start using oxygen candles. There's really no reason for me to be hoarding this stuff. Let's just put that back. I'll be fine. Okay, so, equipment. We do have the flashlight, battery, light bulb, and plastic. Yeah, I might as well make that. I have a light bulb on the ground. There it is. Okay, equipment, flashlight. Okay, well, at least now I'm fully kitted out. So, inventory is still full. I don't think there's much I can do about it. So let's take a look around. I can get to this one, at the very least. I don't think there's anything immediately there. But yeah, let's go over here, see what we can, then come back. Used to weigh 300 pounds, did weightlifting for a few years, so yeah, those thighs never go away. From the weightlifting or from just lifting yourself?
Such
Because really
tubes
the
are
answer
usually
is
installed
both.
in the liner's service modules, where they cut down expenses on artificial gravitation.
New blueprint tube. Okay, I don't think I have anything else of any immediate merit here. So back we go. Yeah, I think hereditarily my family, both my dad and my mother have just like, I'm gonna say hiker/biker legs, even when they don't do anything, so I inherited that. So I've just always had super nice legs. Unfortunately, I do not have super nice belly, so I gotta work on that one. Okay. So. Let's wait. Oh, you know what? Locations. Let's turn off. Let's turn these off, because we straight up do not need them, at least not right now. Oh, did I actually turn off the marker for the original shuttle? I guess I did. Okay, well I see another coffin here. Let's grab those. It's gonna be a little bit before we actually get the ability to de-encrypt them. Oop. Let's see. Anything else immediately around? No. Well, detect a very whole piece of spaceship. Many valuable things. That's...
Why do you need a new spacesuit? I'm better than any new spacesuit. I recommend just upgrading to current equipment. For example, paint the helmet. I'm sure it will help.
Okay, let's grab this. I think we're gonna need it. I don't think we have the, I don't think we have the vehicle back yet. Or, we don't have the vehicle yet. You wanna grab some more oxygen candles? Yeah. Yeah, I'll grab one of the big ones just in case. Oh, gosh. It's, 200 oxygen. That's overkill. Let's not. I'll just make do with what I got. We'll wait until I actually have 200 oxygen to squander with one of those candles before I super squander them. I'm pretty sure the ship I'm looking for is that one inside all of this. I hope there's an upgrade later on that actually just makes it so I have virtually unlimited oxygen. It was kind of one of my original temptations to turn it on story mode. Just so I wouldn't have to worry about oxygen at all, so I could just fly around and do whatever I wanted. I realize that's kind of boring, but it certainly would make exploring
I always thought of them
better.
as useless equipment, but seeing the size of this ball of debris they managed to roll, it makes me start to respect them.
You already
The trash
said
ball
that.
mostly consists of electrical tape.
You already said that. Okay, there's another vehicle that does that.
Such
Oh,
supplies of
right, I
electrical
forgot
tape
about that.
suggest that engineers doubted the durability of the liner.
They showed it off in one of the trailers a while back, and I just completely forgot. I mean,
Judging by the steady melting of the rolls, there was a fire in the engineering modules, but it definitely was not the cause of the disaster.
I guess it's one of those that baseline... let's see. Well, that seems interesting, but not something I want to deal with. It's really hard for me to keep track of everything. Even in my own thoughts to some degree right now. But just in terms of like games and game design and whatnot. Oh, god damn it. Whenever I open up my menu, I stop moving forward, even if I'm holding W, and it takes a little bit to re-engage.
This is working autonomous oxygen station.
There we go.
Interesting design. The wiring schemes of the steering wheel are even less complicated than in the pleasure ships. You can connect an oxygen station here if I've understood the blueprint correctly.
Oh. Let's load. Well, let's go make the repair tool. Oh, that's way faster. Equipment. I totally forgot about the repair tool. So, aluminum, refined metal, and thick electrical tape. Where'd my aluminum go? Is it on the ground? No, actually, we might be completely out of... No. It's here. No, actually, we might be entirely out of aluminum. Yep, we are. Alright. I think I saw some aluminum around. Yeah, I could have just toughed it out there, but why? No, that's ice. There's some. Well, there goes my drill. Oh, good. We have another. Hello, yes, I would like aluminum. Thank. Now we go back. And then you died. Shh. Time travel. Makes it so deaths don't happen. Yeah, let's get in there. Let's repair this whatever. Totally forgot what I need. Metal, tape. I don't remember which it's two of. Like I said, it's actually really hard for me to keep track of a lot of things lately. There's just too many things on my mind. And too many things that I, like, have sitting around that I need to work on. Okay, so we got that. That's cleared out. Let's dump resources, because we are actually going to want to carry as many of these things back with us as possible. Let's see. Let us eat and drink. Maybe I don't need the oxygen station after all. Or, maybe I do. I'll just put it down. Need more aluminum to avoid being foiled. Oh, it hurts. Okay. So let's get in there. Let's check out the shuttle. I don't think that's gonna get us the full recipe for the scooter, but it'll get us much, much closer. And then I think we'll stop and come back to this either tomorrow or on Sunday. Because I love this game dearly, but it is getting a little late. And I would like to maybe have pizza or something else.
Auto cleaners. I always thought of them as useless equipment, but seeing the size of this ball of debris they managed to roll, it makes me start to respect them. The trash ball mostly consists of electrical tape.
I guess, of course, he said this already. I forgot. Every time I've gone this direction, I've had to reload, so go figure he says it every single time I go by. This doesn't have multiplayer? I wish it did. It would have been such a nice present.
Suggest that engineers doubted the durability of the liner.
Just like Subnautica,
Judging by the steady melting
specifically.
of the rolls, there was a fire in the engineering modules, but it definitely was not the cause of the disaster.
Like, I feel like both this Subnautica and... Gosh, what are the other ones? I'm trying to think of other open-world survival games that weren't specifically... Okay. There we go. What other, like, single-player games really needed multiplayer? I mean, not at all in the same genre, but I always felt like the Darksiders games needed multiplayer, which is why Genesis is so good. The Surge would have been really fun in multiplayer, now that I'm thinking about it. But I mean, any kind of Souls-like is just better with friends. Huh. They could actually link it up to finding like another person in-game.
The wiring schemes of the steering
that actually
wheel are
would be kind of cool.
than in the pleasure ships. You can connect an oxygen station here if I've understood the blueprint correctly.
Okay, so now I can recharge whenever I want. Is there actually anything? Floral pattern saucer. A gift saucer. I didn't think I'd find one here. I remember breaking one when I was a kid, and then I buried it in the garden and told everyone I didn't know anything about any missing saucers. Let's just... There we go. Okay, so we need scanner. Okay, 2 out of 4. Wouldn't be surprised if it isn't that engineering ship over there as well.
Apparently, there was a survivor here, temporarily.
Or is this it?
During the explosion of the bridge, I managed to take measurements of your body to order a coffin, but it didn't come in handy after all. I'd like to note, you're in great shape. Keep it up. You're almost not so fat.
Oh.
A miracle of engineering. This vacuum cleaner flew fast, but not for too long.
Oh, there we go. Rocket vacuum. Fill, sit. Fill. Fuel required. Sit. Okay. Let's exit. Okay, there it is. Panicked for a moment. Okay, let's just oxygen candle up. Alright, so here's the scooter. So it's not so much that I actually make one, it's that I find it. So if I'd actually been patient, just like a little bit ago, we actually would have been fine. Oh well. Still don't remember how to refuel it, but I'm sure we'll get there. Okay, let's start by fixing it. Now, did we actually find the recipe to fuel this thing? Probably not. We'll have to go check the dude. Okay. So I'll stop as soon as I get in there. Maybe. Yeah, I want to check this area out. So I'm sure there's more.
Something was being assembled here.
Salty packages. Fire extinguishers are rarely used on spaceships because you either burn something and blow up the entire oxygenated ship or not, and you have nothing to extinguish in this case, although such cases do happen. First aid kit. That's lovely. That said, running out of juice again. Where's my vehicle? Oh, there it is. Oh, you know what I should do? I should see if I can actually change the color for the marker on this thing. Can't you scan the mounted vehicle? Maybe I can. We'll check in a second. First order of business is not suffocating. Second order of business is seeing if I can color the icon for it pink. Third order of business is scanning it and see if I can make more. Okay, markers. Vehicles. Color? Yes! Pink? Purple's good enough. There we go. Oh, that's gonna be huge. I might still want to try something other than purple. Whoops. No, don't care. There's no scanning this sucker. Okay, right. I was gonna go check this out. Let's save before I get into anything that's going to murk me over.
Judging by the number of antennas, this is either a communication point or a communication point from another side of the liner. In any case, there's a chance to find Normandy and the other survivors. Hope these antennas are spares and communications can work without them.
Okay, well, guess we have plenty of oxygen to get here and back. Let's see. Off we go. Dispenser required? What? Okay. So that's a little tragic. Let's just go back. Okay. So let's swing by, grab the oxygen here, and then head home. Because it looks like we're going to need to make a dispenser or do something to be able to get inside. I forgot that that was broken. I'm looking forward to getting that 200 oxygen capacity. It's gonna make exploration a lot easier. Right now it is tight. I bet I've actually missed the tank, and I should probably, whoops, pay more attention. Oh well. I'm just glad that I have transportation. Movement speed and traversal is something I always kind of struggle with on games. Because kind of along the lines of, like, scanning 200 coffins, for example. You know, those the thing they were kind of joking about how it just inflates the game and wastes your time. And I've always felt like travel times in video games are always some of the worst culprits when it comes to making players spend more time playing the game. Skyrim, for example, maybe here and there. Morrowind was definitely immersive with the travel. Like, I loved the fact that you had to hop on the Striders as kind of the only fast travel system in the game. Either that or learning spells and paying for people to teleport you. But on the flip side, it took so long to actually just traverse the world that, like, well, I'd like to maybe play Morrowind again, for example. I just don't think I could do it. Huh. No, I don't say anything about the dispenser. Looked Oblivion's travel system over Skyrim. I don't think I ever played enough Oblivion to really get much of a memory of it, unfortunately. Alright, well, at this point, I'm starting to zonk, so let's save, and I will come back to this tomorrow with fresher eyes.